You're such an asshole.
Asshole Consulting. Cappy's gonna die. Hi, Aaron. This is gonna be a somewhat complex request, so please bear with me. I sent you a request 3 years ago about me wanting to get married at 19 years old with my high school sweetheart. You said that I should wait, but I did not quite listen, so we ended up getting married at 21. We've been happily married, in quotes, for almost 2 years now. Of course, our marriage has its ups and downs, and the main reason for the request is mostly about travel. Some background. You're half European and half Latin American. Is that good enough? He went, oh wait, keep this quiet, keep that quiet. Oh, okay, more complications. And she is full Latin American. I was always into the digital nomad life. I decided to drop out from my business degree during the first semester back home, which is a smart move, by the way. I then decided to study computer science online from Latin America to be closer to my girl. And I only have a few courses left to finish my bachelor's. Awesome. Cost of living down in that place? And you're doing it online? Thank you for recommending that in my previous request, by the way. No problem. Luckily, during my second year studying online, I managed to get both of us an online job from a European company. We both work from home now with a regular schedule of 9 to 1,700 hours, 9 to 5. As tech support agents. We make $12 an hour, manage to earn $2,000 each month. That is actually not that bad living in a third world country, I'd say. And we get to decide how many days and hours we want to work each month. Wow, somebody followed Cappy's advice, and at 21, they're making money and enjoying a high standard of living. Hey kids, any degree is a good degree. You follow your heart and the money will follow. Alright. We've been renting out a really nice apartment in the city center for $700 a month since March. The yearly contract will end soon, and we've started to think a lot about our future, so here's where the question starts. All of our family thinks we are idiots since we are not buying a house nor having babies. Alright, let's stop here. In Latin America, one of the main reasons they are a third world shithole, though there are some other parts of Latin America in general that are nice, and I'm trying to keep you anonymous as possible. The main reason they are second and third world shitholes and their income per capita is lower is because they have kids they can't afford, or they have them too early, which then impairs their ability to make money. I'm not saying waiting until you're 40 like American women do to freeze your eggs and then desperately have a race against time. But you should not be having kids in your teens, and I'd even say your early 20s, unless someone is a really good, powerful income earner, which is typically not the case. Okay? So, I'm terribly sorry. In this particular country, wow, no shit, the family wants you to have kids. Why? So you can be piss poor like them? And then the other reason is simple math, why you don't want to have kids, too many kids, too early, is because of income and wealth per capita. When you increase you can have a lot of income, you can have a lot of wealth. But if you have too many capita, now your effective standard of living has gone down. You guys keep doing what you're doing, and fuck those people who want to destroy your finances with children you can't afford yet. Can you wait 5 years? Can you save up some money? Can you get established? I'm not saying, this is a question, I've gotten this before, especially from Latin culture. But yeah, my parents are on me to have kids. Well, fuck your parents. Why'd you come to the United States? Well, it was a shit country we were coming from. Okay, well, what's the difference? Oh, hey! Wait a second. Are you saying me and my 7 siblings were all trying to get in the United States because maybe there were too many siblings? And if we stop that, maybe there's nothing different between the dirt and, this is in the country, Honduras versus the United States versus that of Singapore. It's the decisions people make. Oh, you mean it's been in our power the entire time? So you'll forgive me if I advise against the advice of your family or her family. We do not feel ready yet for those things since we are 23 years old. Good. We want to travel and work the same way we do. Is there any way I can explain it to these people? Or should I pretty much ignore the traditional advice when it is... just ignore them. Just ignore them. Okay? And here's the thing. This isn't just Latino cultures. This is every culture. Parents think that you don't have agency or purpose in, like, you don't own your own responsibility. You're part of the family. Now, you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me. They don't understand boundaries and individual sovereignty, and that you and your wife are your own people and your own couple. You are the head of your household. You will make the decision. You'll say, no, we won't have kids. We'll have kids later. Yeah, just not now. Where we go here? Is there any way I can explain it to these people? No. But here's the thing. You don't let them influence you or your wife. You don't want to I sat down with my mom and No. No. The most wonderful, powerful word in the world that ensures your freedom. No. When it comes to arguing with family in general, though, this is why you have your own finances is good, so you're not dependent on them. So you can just say, no, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to wait until we're more financially stable before we do that. And if they keep haranguing you, maybe you're going to have to do the complete dick move, which I've done individually, but I'm willing to go to the mat with an entire family, like if everyone's sitting there for Christmas and people... I think people know not to do this with me because I indicate you probably get your hand bit off. But if I had an entire family keep hounding me and harass me about where it wouldn't go away, I would stand in front of everybody and say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain it to you one motherfucking time, and I'd be the biggest dick ever. So they understand, you are not me, you don't own me, you don't control me. If you ask one more fucking time if we're going to have kids, we're going to move, and you're not going to see the grandchildren, which is really what they want. And if you do not respect our decisions, you can all go fuck yourselves and get the fuck out of my life, da-da-da-da-da. Now, are you going to respect our decisions? We'll have grandchildren. I mean, you hope to avoid that conversation. You hope that you don't have to take a bat and beat them into the head and remind them they don't own you. So I would just ignore it, Mom, we have grandchildren. Okay, they're going to do that. But if it's harassing you and annoying you, like you said no once and they didn't listen, they keep hounding you again and again, come here. Now let's talk. Let me explain something to you. Oh, okay. But you should, or is it pretty much ignore the traditional advice? Yeah, ignore it. That's going to be the simplest thing. When is a really good time for those things? When you are ready, you will know. You guys are young. This is a great thing about getting married young, even though I advise waiting. You have lots of time. Her eggs are fine. This is not a race to the clock where she missed MBA, Masters of Fine Arts. I have to go to da-da-da, who's 38 now rushing to go and breed. Okay, you got time. Go have your fun. This is the honeymoon period. This is enjoy each other. This is love. So I think you got plenty of time. You talk to your wife. Find out, hey, when do you want to have kids? It's not up to me. Maybe you guys go travel a little bit and you're like, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's have the kid. Okay, yeah, let's do that. But you'll know. There's no timeline. I mean, there is kind of a timeline for her, preferably before 30. Definitely that. But it is when you want to. That's the great thing about freedom. Choice. And the word no. I think we will just feel ready someday, but I am not sure. Yeah, you will, man. Just don't worry about this. Go have fun. Go relax. You're making wise choices now. You guys have great income, especially for the country you live in. You're by the family. I still think it's good to be by the family, harsh as I was on them before. I think you got yourself a nice little setup here. If you have kids, you might fuck this up to it. Travel now, honeymoon period, get it out of your system, and then come back. Job, family, now we have kids. Our current plan is this. We want to travel to cheaper countries like such and such a place, which I don't think is cheaper. And that way we can save up some money while we get to know the world a little bit more. I agree. Should we rent out a cheaper apartment outside the city to keep our stuff? How long should we travel? Most countries allow us to stay up to 90 days without a permit. All right, you stay as long as you like. I mean, if you're up to 90 days. Don't ask me where to go in South America or Latin America. I don't know. I've never been there. I'd avoid Cancun. It's just like coming to the United States. Just go wherever you want, man. Hey, let's try Colombia. Let's try Brazil. Well, they speak Portuguese there. Let's try Paraguay. Let's try Argentina. Let's try Chile. Let's not try Venezuela. Let's not try Venezuela. Good. Just go where you want. Enjoy. All right. I recommend reading A Dead Bat in Paraguay by Roosh. Even though it's a pickup book, it explores South America. I think he did Central America too. But go have fun. Go do what you want. You can work remotely. It'd be great. Should you rent out a cheaper apartment to store your stuff? And that's why I asked. This is what family's for. I'm like, well, how much stuff do you have? Can you store it with your family? But we'll get to that later. It's a bit overwhelming to think how to travel the world and save up money to buy a property in the future. You're trying to do way too much at one time, man. If you want to travel, go travel. If you can work while you're traveling like I do, cool. But I don't have any delusion. I'm going to save up money for a down payment on the house. That'll come, man. Just wait. Okay? For now, your main goal right now, because you have good finances together, is you and your wife enjoy each other. You have your honeymoon period. And go travel wherever you want. Go research the internet. And what do you like? Do you like food? Do you like hiking? If you like hiking, go to Patagonia. Do you like food? I guess any place what's got good food? Or reputed to have good food? I don't know. Do you like beaches? Go to Costa Rica, Panama. Do you like communism? Do you want to eat people's pets? Go to Venezuela. No, never mind. That's too harsh. This is the part where you go and explore. Go to a place you don't even know. You might also, oh God, do we love French Guinea? I had no idea I love French Guinea that much. Go do whatever you want. At least we have a job, but we still need to consider the time zone since 9 to 5 is our schedule and cannot be changed. That's why I'm leaning towards more South America rather than Europe and Asia. Yeah, if you gotta work, stick around in Asia. I'd do that. I'd appreciate any tips on how to make this work without being some backpackers, but just a young couple working and traveling before doing the boring stuff like having kids and buying a house. You go do it. There's no right or wrong. I think what you're going to have to do, though, is you're going to need to make sure there's internet so you can do your job. Okay? That should be pretty easy with Airbnb. I would headquarter or bivouac. That's a good term to use, English term. Find towns that have reliable internet near hubs of transportation that allow you to do your job, but then also allow you to go and travel and explore. It may be that you can't go to some of the more remote areas. You're just going from, Santiago to Buenos Aires to Sao Paulo to, my geography is not that good. Medellin. You're just going to the major areas, so you get a taste for each country in the major metro area. And that you're still going to explore. And then, and a lot of people, they don't realize reconnaissance is just this bird's eye view, fast and quick. If you take your time, you get to be a little bit more involved. But I've been traveling now thoroughly in the United States for about 15 years. And the first at least 4 to 5 years was just, I've not been here. Let's get eyes on the ground. And you're like, oh, okay. And then the next decade was, I'm going to spend a little bit more time. And there's places I still haven't been able to go to. South America, the world's a big place. And so for now, just take it in. Just go and explore. Do absolutely whatever you want. You need to get context. So it doesn't matter what you do, just go. I wouldn't stay in one place, but just go. It's unprecedented. All right, and then as for storing your stuff, this is one thing I didn't get. I'm like, well, how much stuff do you guys have as two young couples living in a third world country? And can her parents store the stuff? Hi, yeah, her family can store our stuff, but if we come back here for some weeks, I wouldn't want to stay with them. A small house outside of the center is about $350. We have our car, bed, fridge, living room, TV, washing machine, even a dog? Well, now we have issues, don't we? Why did you buy all this shit? I understand why you have a car. I understand why you have a bed. And maybe I don't know about how things work in Latin America, but are you supposed to bring your own fridge? Doesn't that come with an apartment? Your living room furniture, I understand, but you should, I hope this isn't nice stuff. TV, I understand you have a washing machine? You have to bring a washing machine? Isn't that furnished in the apartments? This is a lot of shit. And the worst thing is you got a dog. Well, by God, I hope you can drive. Because that's the only way. I mean, you're going to almost have to drive. You can't fly now. You got to bring your dog. Or you have the family take care of the dog. Here's the problem with all this stuff. I'd get rid of it. Unless it's super nice. And even then, if it was super nice, I'd sell it. Because you guys are that young. You shouldn't have that much shit. I understand your bed. Okay, I got it. Car, leave it with them. Unless you plan on using the car to drive around South America. Your furniture and living, oh gosh, no. They can store the stuff. Good. I'd have them store the stuff. But if we come back there for some weeks, I wouldn't want to stay with them. A small house that says about $350. Well, find an Airbnb, find a buddy, find a furnished place, okay? You rent temporarily a place. We're not dependent upon our family. We both make good money. Don't really say much regarding the property. They're willing to lend money and letting us live with them, just to not pay rent. A small apartment costs less than $100,000 here, which makes sense financially, but I do not want to depend on anyone and not be able to travel and enjoy my childless marriage. We do want kids in the future. Get other ways of living rent. Yeah, no, we don't have to mention that. Go travel now. Don't worry about saving up money for a house right now, okay? You guys did it smart. This is the benefit of making wise decisions when you're younger. You have the freedom to go travel. You'll get a house, don't worry. They'll be lodging. Store your shit with her parents. Go drive around. Explore. Take a year if you want. Come back in headquarters, back in the home country if you need to. Rest up. Visit your dog. Then go travel some more. And a plan will come together. You'll realize, oh, let's do this. Keep working your jobs. You're not going to save up a lot of money while you're traveling. That's not the goal now. Then when you're ready to save up money, then go back home, live dirt cheap, save up money for a down payment, and then buy yourself an apartment or a house. Right? But that is 2 to 3 years down the road. Plenty of time. Okay? Plenty of time. Here you go. Good to hear young kids like you are doing that. That's very good. Very good to hear. I wish you guys luck. You're going to have a grand old time, right? But enjoy it. Stop worrying about saving up money for a house and stop worrying about having kids. Go have fun now. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.